Hello, hello, this is Frosty. What's up, what's up? So, another video. So, in this video, we're going to be reacting to Just Pearly Things. Well, yeah, as you can see, this is her. So, maybe just to move this. Well, let me just put it back because when I noticed the video, it was looking better that side. So, let's get into it. Let's see what she has to say about this. This is a video just about how women choose men, and these two girls over here are just trying to pretend like, women don't do it
Just
like
anxious
that.
attachment.
Sorry. So that's basically it. That's basically what we're trying to get into. And then I'm going to throw my thoughts in.
Attachment styles.
Yeah.
We're talking about women who choose men,
Yeah.
right? When women choose women have babies by these men, right?
Sometimes.
Generally, women are having babies, right? So if they're choosing these men, having babies by these men, what are these children going to be? That's what I said. What are these children going to be like? Because the next generation that is going to be raised in the society, the next generation that matters in the society is the children, okay? And so, like I said, if the women are broken, you are going to raise a broken society.
Men are involved in that too.
Yeah.
Oh, but hang on.
All right. So I just put that part in there just to make a point. Like, yeah, I can do that. But basically, this girl in this podcast previously was saying things like, well, we don't need men. Children can be raised without men, blah, blah. Sure. Fine. But then the funny thing about this whole thing is when he then points out that since most people are broken, because she was saying that as well, most people are broken, and that also includes the women. And, she's saying that they are broken, but then they are the ones that are raising the kids. And now he's saying, okay, so we're going to have a broken people because they're being raised by broken people. Now she's bringing back the men. Like when the men need to be blamed for something, that's when they're important. But then when they've done everything right and they basically just set everything else to be easy, we forget about them when we discard them. That's basically what I'm seeing here. But that's something that we don't think about. Anyways, let's continue on because the next part is priceless.
But you were telling me that it's okay to raise a child without a man.
Yeah.
So you're saying, men are involved, but you don't want the man involved.
No, I'm not saying that's a blanket.
So then what are we doing here? What are we doing? Are we raising nuclear families, or are we doing the whole single mother thing? Are we being broken? Are we raising broken children? What are we doing?
I don't understand how women are broken because they choose bad men, so that means broken society. But men are bad men, they're just being chose. The bad men are there. That's the subject.
Bad men are broken too.
So again, it's easy to blame the men. It's easy to blame a thief and a thug and a rapist and all that, right? It's easy to blame them. But why are you associating with those people? That's the question. So why are you choosing these broken men? That's the question that they're asking you. Why are you busy? Like right now, a guy, because I don't know how. Well, it's biology. Well, it's an easy answer to just throw out there. It's biology. That's why things are like that, right? Where a girl and two guys come up to her, she can tell which one is the beta and which one is the alpha. Then she chooses the alpha. But then here's the thing that we've gotten to a society where we're going back to that type of thing where small amounts of men are getting all the women. And this is happening almost everywhere. Like people are saying that in Africa and all that, it's different. Yes, it is. The degrees are different, but then it's like we're kind of heading there, that type of thing. So, and we experience it in my country as well, like right now, I've got a friend, he's a DJ, and all the girls are flocking towards him. But then the people that my friend works with, right? These guys that, like the guy who's probably like, just the guy out by the gate who's, administering the parties and all that, he's not getting none. Everyone, and he might be big and muscular, but because this guy is wanted by all these other girls, that makes all the other girls want him. And that's what they're trying to explain. And these girls don't want to understand that. And then these guys, what incentive? I'm not saying my friend, because he's got all these options, is a bad person. Is not. He's actually a quite loyal dude. But the point is, like, the guy don't have incentive to be loyal. Just like you women have no incentive of settling down. You've got all these men throwing themselves at you. There's so many opportunities there. So why would you settle? But when the men do that, that's wrong. When a woman does it, it's like, well, she doesn't have to settle. She's a independent woman, a boss babe, blah, blah. I can't believe I was forgetting those words, but yeah, she's a boss babe, blah, 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 bullshit. But then that is dumb in the sense that, well, you're praising that person for exercising the options that they have. But then when the man does it, he's the problem. And then we don't look towards the person who's the subject here, which is the woman, because the woman is the one who's suffering and complaining that men are this, men are that. But then that's the man that you chose. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But that's basically what I got from that. But let's continue.
But the majority of men are good men.
Ooh.
It's a very small percentage of men that are sleeping with all the women. Like it's a very
20%.
like if you want a guy that's over 6 foot, that's 15% of men. You want him to be cute, cut that in half. You want him to make money, cut that in half. It's a very small percentage of men that are sleeping with all the girls. Like every girl has a guy in their friend zone that would treat them well, and they know would treat them well, and they know likes them. And it's like we don't pick them, and then we're gonna cry because the guy we picked is bad to us. But you could have picked the guy in the friend zone.
Yeah, but that's the funny thing about life, as dudes, you've been in that position before. I know I have. And for me, it happened 3 times before I realized that I can't stay in this position. I just can't. And it's painful. It really is painful because a lot of girls don't understand why it's painful. Because at first, as men, because, if you look at how men work, right? Like when you look at how a man works, or even the world in general, like you invest something, men are more like this, but as a man, if you invest something, you expect a return. So it gets worse with time. So that moment when you become friend zoned and the girl is like, nah, see a friend, and you being that friend, you expect the payoff to be better the longer that you stay. Yeah, that stuff is painful, man. But then yeah, she's right. Back to the point, derailed a bit, but back to the point, yeah, she's right. You girls put these guys in the friend zone and keep them there, and then get used by the other dudes, and then you're surprised that when these dudes don't want you anymore because they've been there, they were your friend, right? They've been there seeing you being chewed out and through and spit it out. So it's one of those things. I don't know if that's correct English, but yeah, spat you out. I don't know. Whatever, man. Hey, I already got a diploma, and I'm also an IT expert. Do not judge me with my English. My job is to fix computers, not be good at English. I'm joking. Let's go.
I feel like it's just like a fairy tale. Like I don't think this actually exists in the world. I think it's like a High School Musical like movie plot. I don't think it's actually
Wait, so
true.
you've never friend zoned a guy?
No. I never friend zoned him. If a guy asks me out, you either say yes or no. I'm not going to stay friends with him because I just.
It has to be the girl with the tats on her chest, on her neck, and the one who's got the nose ring, who's trying to make me believe that she did not friend zone at least 10 people, right? And to her, it's not friend zone. No, we're just friends, right? God, spare me the BS.
Pile him off. That's so awkward. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to do that.
You've never had a guy that you would say is a nice guy ask you out?
Yeah.
Okay, so then why don't you date him?
I've had a nice guy ask. Oh.
Yeah, so I'm saying.
No, I never had him.
Well done, Pearl. Well done. That's the point. All right. That's the point. They're going to say something that I'm going to touch on, but that's the point. Yeah. Why didn't you date him? It's because here's the thing. Okay, let's because I'll then get into it. So let's let them speak first.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We complain about men, but we pick who we date.
But I've met nice guys who I'm into just because I didn't settle for the guy that I wasn't into was nice. I met someone else who was into that I was nice, and we didn't necessarily
I'm saying the guys that treat you like shit usually treat you like shit because they have a bunch of options and they don't care.
But I also think you're trying to blanket statement and say like all women like bad guys. Like I've never once been like he's being really mean to me. Let me go near him more. Like I am very lucky.
All right, so first of all, a quick one. Just because you didn't do it doesn't mean the majority of people are not doing it, all right? An example is simply this. We now live in a world where alcohol is now a big part of society in terms of people go out and they have drinks, like a large number of people do it. And then if we're talking about a lot of people these days are consuming a lot of alcohol, they say, well, I don't, like who cares? I'm not talking about you, we're talking about majority of people. That's number one. And number two this is the last thing that we're done. And women, I don't know why it's more prevalent in the West, and it's only not as prevalent this side because the girls realize it pretty quick. Like they realize when they're like 35. Here they kind of realize like at 25, 26, but it doesn't mean that a lot of them are not yet, are not experienced in the market, and a lot of guys don't like that. But basically what I'm about to say about this whole thing is that as men, we understand that, okay, I would like to date a girl. Like I have this huge crush on Zendaya. I think everyone knows that by now if you watch my previous videos. And when it comes to Zendaya, I'm not going to get her. Number one, I'm in Zimbabwe. That's number one. And I'm not going to be able to fly. Okay, I could fly to meet her, but she's dating Tom Holland right now. And even if I could get them to break up, I don't think I'll be able to maintain or to keep her because of the standard that she has. Or maybe she doesn't have that standard. I'm just thinking of it. But then I'm saying the realistic nature of that is not there. There's no realism there. So as a man, we compromise. So as a guy, I would say I'm a 5 or a 6 on a good day. I'm not going to be expecting me as a person to go date someone who's like an 8 and have it work out very well if she wants a lot of money or if she wants a lot of this. Like I'm a very slim dude, right? Very slim. But then I'm not going to expect a girl who likes buff guys to like me. So I compromise? Then there are also things like the 6s and 7s. It's not like 6s, 5s, 5 girls are not attractive. They're still attractive. But then usually the ones that are attractive are the ones that are either broken or they have a lot of ego or whatnot. So then I also understand that I go a little bit low and then I start dating someone who's a lot less attractive, but I understand that this person, I can live with them. I can have something special with them and then this thing is going to work. That's how men view the world and that's how men view everything else, right? But then women can't do that. And that's the issue about this video. That's the one thing that I noticed, that this whole time they were saying men are bad, men are bad, men are bad. And then Pearl says, okay, why not date the guys that aren't bad? Because the ones that you're saying that are bad, out of 100, it's like 20 guys max that are like that. And that's me being generous. The rest are out here just looking for a girl who's going to be loving them and all that. But then because you don't find them attractive, you're not going to at least try to humble yourself, at least lower your expectations. But then for women, that's already too late, because remember, their biology, alpha widow nature, right? The moment that she goes out and does something with someone else who's anywhere more attractive than the guy that she's going to end up with, then that's already a recipe of disaster. So there isn't a solution. If you're a smart girl, I would just say that, keep your cards to your chest and also be super realistic. If you see Chris Brown like people hitting you up and you know for a fact that you're 5, of which a lot of girls don't even understand that, so that's already another topic on its own. But then let's say you do, then be skeptical. Play more mind games. It'll make sense more if you make the ones that you say the alphas wait, because they have more reason not to wait. So if you make them wait and they stick around, yeah, sure. But I wouldn't want to live in a world like that, though, because, yeah, some of us, actually get to benefit from these types of things. Like I said, some of us, and not at the same rate. But, if you want to be that type of person, that's fine. But then if I was going to just speak from a morally good point where I'm just trying to be a good person, I would just say just keep your cards to your chest and ensure. Sorry about that. And be sure that you're making the sound decisions that you're supposed to be making. That's basically it. Nothing more being expected from you. And with that, I rest my case. But yeah, this is Frosty. Make sure you sub, like, and comment. Say something. Even just say that your vest is too big for you. Like, come on, say something. Just, do it. Anyways, see you around, kids.